Well, it's the Friday after Anzac Day. It's quite a nice day again. A little bit of a breeze, around 30 degrees. Looked it up online. Top of 31 today, it's just gone off its peak. And I've got a fair walk ahead of me because I've got to go all the way up Mulgrave Road to Westcourt, where the post office is. It's quite a distance. And apparently a lot of people complained about having to pick up their mail in the city because they couldn't park there, so they redirected it to this particular post office, although I've nominated to have things dropped off at a locker in the city, so I don't know how that's going to affect mail. It doesn't appear to have had any effect on smaller items of mail, so to me it's a big inconvenience, but this shouldn't happen too often. Like, it's eBay stuff, it should deliver to my door anyway. Which is what happened with my computer. It was excellent. I got that delivered to my door in reasonable time, so yeah, that was great. Make sure I didn't get run over here. They fixed this section of the footpath. It's all done now, so that's good. And yeah, they put new blocks in all along there. I noticed they had a stack of them. So a little retaining wall just there. But anyway, I've got more crap in my letterbox today, which I don't need because I'm going to be picking up some bureaucratic crap that is waiting for me at the post office. And I want to get myself some Hoegaaden beer, and the best way to buy it is in a slab form, because it reduces the price per bottle from something like $4.80 down to about say $2.70 a bottle, which is a huge reduction. And it's a really nice beer, but it's not cheap. It comes from Belgium, and it's got a really nice fruity flavour, but you can cut down the cost of it, the better, all the better. So my plan is to walk all the way up there today, because I didn't do any walking yesterday, so it'll make up for it to some degree. It's important to get a decent walk in each day, especially in this sort of weather. It is a very nice day. The breeze is taking a little bit of the kick off the sun, which is obviously strong. So and I'll get the bus back, so it makes a lot of sense to me. But just been test running my new desktop computer, and it seems to be running really well. It's nice and quiet. I had some issues with the power plug. It kept sort of turning off, so I just jammed the power plug in a bit firmer. It seems to be working fine now. I also had problems because it's a gaming machine. I bought myself a new game online, and it's called Rome 2 Total War. Got some nice graphics there. You can actually carry out battles and all this sort of stuff. Things you can't really do in Civilization. Civilization is more strategy overall, and I wanted to just have a bit of good old-fashioned carnage, digital carnage, and that's what this does. And well, that's down a little creek. I think I had some crocodiles down this creek. Actually, this is I rode my push bike down there a few times when I had a push bike. I think I've done some work on it too. It's quite okay up here. Goes downhill as we get further up the road though. Anyway, I was just getting back to the video game that I bought online. They save a lot of money by buying online through eBay. What they'll do is actually give you the code for the game, and then you just need to go onto a site called Steam, which I'm already on because I've got Civilization there, and you just put the code in, and then it will give you access to download it from their server. So you don't actually need a physical disc, because I don't have a CD on the new computer anyway. So I'd have to buy an external CD drive, or DVD drive I should say, to get that working, which I might do, but it'd be cheaper than trying to get one installed into the unit. So you know, that's one of the little things I didn't bother putting in the base package. So, but it's still a good price for the type of unit it is. And so the computer is actually quite powerful, and hopefully it should be able to handle all what I'm going to throw at it by the looks of things. So you have to be really going for high-end first-person shooters, for it to be taxed, so I'm not going to do that anyway. So yeah, it's a remarkable number of people you see walking down these roads. Anyway, so that's so I actually bought it from an English guy, a little gaming company in England, and I had to go through 3 codes before I got one that actually worked. The first one said it wouldn't work in my country. The second one just said it's an invalid code. Then I virtually given up at that stage. I thought, God, if it's not going to work after 2 tries. But he offered me another code, and he said that this one should work, and it actually did. So I'm now in the process of downloading a 15.5 gigabyte file. That's part of the download. I don't know how much the extra, but there's more downloads after that too. It's quite a large file, but it does look brilliant visually. What I'd actually, in a perfect world, I'd like to see a game like Civilization where you do all your strategy on their map, and then you go into a sort of a battle map, which is a real-time map where you've got the clocks ticking and you've got to maneuver and do all the stuff in real time, so there's real time pressure on you. So I'd like to see a hybrid of the 2 games. I think Rome's got a bit of tactics involved beforehand too, so they do have those sort of screens where you've got to set everything up, and there is politics involved and things, so it looks reasonably complex. So we'll see how big the learning curve is. But the actual battles look fantastic. I mean, it's amazing what they can do with the animation. And this game was originally, Rome 2 was a bit of a dud when it was first released, and it got a lot of criticism. But they've tweaked it since, and this was about 2015, I think, when it first came out. But it's been revamped in 2017, or maybe even 2018. They keep tweaking it, and it's got a lot better apparently. And you can see the difference in the quality of the graphics between that and Rome 1. So I thought, no, I'm not going to get Rome 1. It's supposed to be a very good game, but I want some really nice eye candy. So apparently this, with all the tweaking and the updates, it's improved out of sight, and it's getting a lot of kudos now. But of course they stuffed up the original launch, so it's always a balancing act, I think, when you're developing a game, to make sure it's developed enough when you first release it that you don't give it a bad name. And that's what they've done in the case of this particular title. So, but they've made up for it, but they've probably lost a lot of sales as a consequence, because people probably just gave up on them. From what I've seen, where other players playing, it looks damn good to me. It's got a lot of variety, and you can always, if you get bored, you can always add DLCs to it, so you get just little updates that you get online. So and the beauty is you don't have to pay the prices that you pay at Steam, because Steam's not cheap. I think if I wanted to get the same game that I've got now through Steam, I'd be up for almost $60 US, and whereas I'm paying $22 Australian through this English site. So you can see it's less than a third the charge if you take the currency exchange into account. It's quite extraordinary. And the other beauty of that is you don't have to wait for mail. So it's actually to be dispatched from the UK. Of course, it's going to take a few days or a week or 2 to get here. None of that. You just, once you've got the code, you're good to go. You just input it online into that site, and you're laughing. So yeah, it's a really good system, and I've used it for other software. And you know, if you want to save money, go to eBay and just look up a bit of software, and you might find that you can actually just get the code sent to you, and you save a heap of money that way. It's another reason that retail's dying. The online option is so much easier, and it's much easier just to have stuff delivered from interstate. That's my experience, especially living in Cairns where it's not cheap. You'd be crazy not to get stuff sent from big cities. That's my opinion anyway. Onward we go, getting lots of good exercise. There we go, Warren Inch's Liberal Party member, maybe not to be member much longer, I would think, but big man in a big electoral office. There, He could go on a Weight Watchers diet, no problem. Well, I know I won't be voting for him anyway. I won't be voting for any of the big parties. Not impressed. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.